There were so many things in the Air Force, processes, websites, things like that, that just did not make sense to me. And that's when I started learning about design thinking, it's really human-centered design is what it's all about. And so I started wondering if, that was something that we could put into practice in the Air Force. Building procedures, building processes that are easy for humans to interact with. And so I held a meeting. We talked about using design thinking. I introduced people to what it was. We were going to do some interviews to see what an Air Force portal of the future could look like. And I ended up getting a cease and desist order from my commander at the time. It wasn't welcome at the time, and I get why it was. I was almost like pushing too far, but that lit the fire in me. And so that's what got me excited about going to Stanford, going to the D School, like the place where, in my mind, all the interesting stuff was happening. All right, so my name is Val Rivera, and I am the Bunker Labs City Lead for the up-and-coming chapter of Omaha, Nebraska. And my full-time job, though, is as CEO and founder of Take Back Work, which is a workplace culture consultancy. It wasn't until later in my Air Force career when I finally figured out what I was good at, inspiring people and working with them to create a workplace culture where people felt like they could thrive, like their ideas were listened to and mattered, where they could constantly grow and learn. And the more and more I tested this out and got great results, the more I realized that this could actually be a job, and it's something that I could start a business around. Being, enlisted service member that's gone to Stanford. In my class, we had 12 different United States veterans, but only 2 of us were enlisted. Not only did I not know anybody who'd been into a school like that, but I'd never known anybody who had even applied. And so it was very much a black hole for me in the way that it wasn't for some of my officer classmates. My hope is that other enlisted people with these kind of dreams will say, this is something other people have done before, and I can do it too. Now that I'm working from home too, it would be so easy for me to just kind of stay in my little nest and not get out there. But because of Bunker, I'm constantly thinking about who are the different people and organizations in our community that are going to care about veteran entrepreneurship and that want to help us on this journey. And as a veteran entrepreneur myself, I get to meet those people through my role at Bunker. And it opens doors for me that, not everybody's going to hear that I have a company called Take Back Work and be interested in that. But being part of Bunker Labs opens doors, it creates conversations, and it's really built for me a small and growing community of friends here in Omaha that I otherwise wouldn't have.